Okay, we're looking at part of a speech by Mohandas Gandhi called On Nonviolent Resistance. If you don't know who Gandhi is, you need a better world history teacher. But there you go. So Gandhi believed in what Henry David Thoreau called civil disobedience. Okay, he actually had read, he'd already come up with a lot of his ideas, but he did read Thoreau and quite like that. And then he used Thoreau's same arguments sometimes to help support what he was already doing. So he called it, Gandhi called it satyagraha. I assume is a Hindu word, but it means non-cooperation. Okay, non-cooperation, non-violent though. So look at this first paragraph. This is all in italics, is all background. You might want to look at that a little bit. And my awesome videos here. Okay, he talks about in here, there's two things you can do when you're going to resist the government, when you're going to resist unjust laws and that kind of thing. There's two things you can do. You can go violent or you can go non-violent. Okay, so he focuses a lot more on the non-violence than Thoreau did. Same idea, still resisting government, but he's doing it through, he focuses his argument on why it's important to keep it non-violent. Okay, so paragraph 1 says, there are two ways of countering injustice. One way is to smash the head of the man who perpetrates injustice and to get your own head smashed in the process. Okay, so my awesome picture here, here's the poor native going to bash the king's head in. They both end, in the end, they both end up dead because you use violence. They get in a fight and then everybody ends up with the problem. It says, all strong people in the world adopt this course. Everywhere wars are fought and millions of people are killed. The consequence is not the progress of a nation, but its decline. So he's arguing that war, no matter what, war will make your country worse. No country has ever become or will ever become happy through victory in war. He says, I think, okay, we've been doing World War II in my history class. Was everybody just happy with that? A lot of people died in the meantime to be able to win that war. It took a lot of death to be able to get to where they had victory. So that's the argument he's making, is violence just breeds more violence. Okay, a nation does not rise that way. It only falls further. In fact, what comes to it is defeat, not victory. And again, it's not military. They had a military victory, but he's talking about a moral victory and defeat. Okay, doing what's wrong, and you become part of the problem rather than the solution. And again, you could make this argument with World War II. What, in order to end the war, we used the atomic weapons and began the nuclear age in the world. Okay, and so you could argue that just caused more problems than it helped. That's what his argument would be. And if perchance either our act or our purpose was ill-conceived, it brings disaster to both belligerents. Belligerents are the people who fight in a war. So and again, he's talking about war, but you can think about it as an analogy as well, to just conflict within any situation. Okay, even just one-on-one conflict, violence causes more problems than it solves. Okay, you should be able to answer questions 1 and 2 and 3 with the background paragraph, and then question 4 is paragraph 1, question 5 is paragraph 1. Make sure you choose the two correct answers here. Paragraph 6 will be our next paragraph, so I will stop, question 6 is our next paragraph, so I'll stop there.